everyone, my name is Ksenia and happy holidays! The year 2020 was definitely an interesting one for the world of wrestling. We got an empty stadium WrestleMania, we got virtual crowds and piped-in noise, we got cinematographic matches. As for the cause of it all, the virus itself, there's definitely nothing good about it. But the thing is, so many of us use wrestling as this bright, wonderful, happy world where we forget about our troubles and it provides us this much-needed distraction. So in this video I won't be talking about the virus much. And in terms of wrestling, most of the decisions made by the larger promotions have been criticized. We had to kind of reframe our perception of what wrestling is. We had to experience this lengthy process of WWE deciding whether they're going to have a WrestleMania and how it's gonna happen. It was a wild ride, everyone. Be it wrestlers, bloggers, journalists, fans. It was hard for all of us and we were all in this together. However, as a journalist, I can't not mention that in spite of all of the sad stuff, this year, in terms of wrestling, might have been the most newsworthy in recent memory. And at this point, it's almost over, and we all could use a bit of positivity to wrap it up. So, to wish all of you guys happy holidays, I decided to recruit all of my wrestling journalists slash creators slash blogger friends and ask them to tell you something that they found remarkable, fun, amazing, out of all things that happened in wrestling in 2020. So here, enjoy!
Hey, Sean Sapp of Fightful here. I was asked to give some of my more positive memories or favorite memories of 2020, and I gotta go with covering AEW Revolution Live. The Hangman Page and Kenny Omega match against the Young Bucks was such a special moment to be a part of, or a witness to, rather. I wasn't a part of it, but that audience was a part of it. I've never been a part of any crowd quite like that. Even past AEW shows. But not just that, there was the Moxley title win, there was Pac and Orange Cassidy, there were a lot of things that helped develop character. And the Omega Page thing was something that we saw a couple of singles guys who happened to win the tag titles really solidify themselves as a tag team. Just masterful storytelling, and that was towards the beginning of it, and the match was the best that I have ever seen in person in my life. That weekend was also special to me because I got to go to a Black Label Pro show, and before she retired, I got to see Kylie Ray putting together a match. I got to watch AJ Gray walk through things, Ethan Page, Jake something, Danhausen. That was a really awesome learning experience for me. As for 2020, I want to see audiences back, but I want it in a safe manner. I miss people. I miss seeing people. I miss going to shows and meeting people. So those are my primary dreams for 2021. Let's just do it safely. I hope everybody has a happy holiday season.
It's Mariah May, The Glamour, and my favorite wrestling moment from this year was Sting returning.
Hello Xenia. Hello. We met once in real life. So what was my highlight of 2020, you ask? Oh, that's a lovely question. Thank you for asking. The highlight of 2020 for me was watching over 800 episodes of One Piece. Oh, it was so great when Luffy and Whitebeard finally got it on and joined forces and did all the Oh, wrestling. Wrestling highlight. My God, I'm very sorry. You want a wrestling highlight? In 2020? The year of COVID, Brexit, speaking out in lockdowns. Highlights? The highlight of 2020 for me, regards to things doing with wrestling, is realizing when wrestlers aren't in the ring or selling t-shirts in the back, they're just people. When wrestling friends that I've met over the years aren't watching wrestling, they're still my friend. Sure, many of us have had to occupy very small spaces, we're locked down a lot more than we'd like to be, but there's still no escaping this space right here. The heart, not the guy from Home Alone, sorry. The support that we've shown each other during this horrible, crappy year, all the wrestling fans coming together, the content creators, the Twitch streams, the YouTube videos, the community, the Facebook pages, the Twitter, everything, the interaction people have had with each other, despite the fact that everything has gone to hell, despite the fact that wrestling isn't what it used to be, I still like the fact that there's so many good people in wrestling and around wrestling. And that is my highlight of 2020. Thank you very much for asking me to be part of your videos, Enya.
Ella J here of a Wrestling Gal podcast. Now granted, I did not get to attend as many wrestling events as I normally would, given the circumstances of the world right now, this crazy, crazy world, but I was fortunate enough to have attended the last WWE SmackDown with the crowd. Way back in March, right before Elimination Chamber, and I am forever thankful for that day. That was my favorite event of 2020, for sure.
My favorite wrestling event from 2020, which is kind of weird to even say because 2020 sucked. But in all seriousness, I went to 2 wrestling shows this year, believe it or not. One being the Royal Rumble, which was my last ever WWE show to date, and AEW Revolution here in Chicago. On one side, I'd have to say the Rumble, just because Edge's return was awesome. But then again, AEW Revolution, it was my birthday weekend. That was like the last time that I did anything normal, because literally right after that, everything shut down. I think I just have to go with both.
Hello friends, it's Alex, Queen of the Ring. So, 2020 was traumatic for absolutely no reason, but we still had some good moments in wrestling. Thunder Rosa appearing in AEW. Hopefully in 2021, she helps that women's division shine. Also, do y'all remember Edge was in the Royal Rumble this year? That felt like 5 years ago. But I am still picking up the pieces from my brain exploding from that moment. That has to be a top moment. But also, still being able to connect with all of my friends and all of y'all this year during Skype calls with my friends and watch-alongs on my YouTube channel and on Twitch. It's a lot of fun. I'm happy that we're still able to connect, and hopefully in 2021 we are able to connect even more. We are able to travel more because we're staying safe and we are taking the vaccine, and we're just continuing to do our part during these crazy times. And hopefully in wrestling, you know, we can see more inclusive events, more representation, and maybe even another all-women's pay-per-view. Hopefully, maybe. Let's see it. Let's finally see it. Maybe we could do a Queen of the Ring. Call me. Let's make things happen.
Hey guys, it's KB. Xenia was sweet enough to ask me to be included in this and to share my favorite moment in wrestling in 2020. This absolute just garbage fire year. I would say my favorite moment in wrestling as a whole is getting a whole new women's division with gaining AEW, having 3 different Joshi wrestlers as champions, Asuka, Io Shirai, and Hikaru Shida. It's all about the ladies, y'all. It's all about the ladies, and that's my wish for 2021, is that women shoot to the top. They keep going, they keep going. Mercedes Varnado in Mandalorian. Come on, it's the girls, y'all. It's the girls, y'all. Personally, my favorite moment was starting Lucha Underground again with my Twitch subscribers. So yeah, 2021. It's the girls. Better believe it. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
S Novim Godom, y'all. And that's as much Russian as I'm speaking this time because, wow, it has been a year and there's a lot to talk about. I mean, obviously it went terribly for a majority of us. But you know what? Let's not forget that some truly good things happened this year. We had Edge return at the Royal Rumble to start off the year. That was great. We had the Firefly Funhouse match to give us a new form of entertainment during quarantine, and honestly, that was just an absolute history lesson of a match. AEW this year gave us so many independent wrestlers just bringing into their company. Hell, this week there's a lot of Texas talent going that I know personally, and I've seen plenty of my friends show up on their program. We're starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, so you know, guys, just stick it in there till like summer, hopefully. We'll see, and we'll get back to being together, being able to watch what we love and complain about watching what we love. I will see you in the new year. Stay safe, don't drink and drive.
Hey Ksenia, it's Josh from the Irish Podcast. So happy that you asked me to do this. I'm happy to be here for you and happy to be here for your fans. I'm excited to see you continue to produce the product that you do for us. So as always, folks, make sure hit that like and subscribe button down there for Ksenia. Ksenia did that. Have a great day, you guys.
This is a message for the gorgeous Ksenia, my favorite Russian wrestling blogger. Very interesting person, and I'm happy to finally know somebody from Russia. But for my personal successes as a reporter in 2020, I had almost 60 million views this year, and December is not over, so I might reach that 60 million view mark. As far as wrestling, I think my favorite wrestling interview was Diamond Dallas Page. I'm 3 days into his yoga program right now, which he provided to me for free, and he's going to do a follow-up with me in 2021. And I'm expanding my female audience too, and getting people like Ksenia to come on and share different opinions. My favorite event to cover this year was the SWE Fury event in Texas just a couple of weeks ago, because here in Canada, I think we have less freedom right now. It made me feel like things were back to normal, or at least getting back to normal. I got to have positive interactions. Teddy Long was there. Lance Archer was there. Hope some of your viewers check out youtube.com/The Hannibal TV.
So yeah guys, 2020 will definitely go down in wrestling history, but I myself must say, must mention that this whole situation and the reactions that the promotions, the creators, the wrestlers had to have to it brought us joy at times, brought us a lot of cool things, brought us a lot of innovation. We saw cinematographic matches go mainstream basically. For me personally, the parking lot fight on AEW and the Bray Wyatt versus John Cena match, even though it was a bit of a segment, but it was marketed as a match, were some of the best matches that have happened this year. Then we had the promotions bring a lot of innovation to try and still include us as viewers into the experience, into the product. WWE came up with the Thunderdome, resulting in hundreds or maybe even thousands of us getting to see our faces on TV at the stadium, even though maybe we wouldn't have been able to go there. I'm personally based in Europe, but I could enjoy being a part of the audience from the comfort of my own home. Then we see AEW introducing the first ever contactless/socially distanced meet and greet this year. We also had a whole ton of digital meet and greets. At the helm of them was, of course, Cricket Wireless, a ton of Facebook streams, live signings. We saw The Undertaker, of all people, on Cameo. Some of those things probably wouldn't be necessary if it wasn't for all that. But since we are stuck in this situation, and since all we can do is wait, support our loved ones, and wear a mask, we might as well find ways for it to bring us joy. And I can say for myself personally that because of that, and because of people being stuck at home, I appeared on so many wrestling related channels, the Hannibal TV, Fightful, Wrestle Talk, you name it. I got to host interviews with wrestlers that I admire immensely. And before that whole thing happened, I didn't even dabble into the concept of a digital interview. I thought that I could only do my job IRL, face to face. But turns out there's a whole load of technology that can help me reach wrestlers on the other side of the world that I would love to interview. So really, while this year did bring a lot of difficulties, it did also bring opportunities, lessons, new innovative matches that we wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for that. In the end of the day, what I'd like to wish for all of us would be to leave all the troubles in 2020, hope that's possible, and bring everything that we learned and everything that we gained this year with us. And for now, thank you so much for watching this year and for watching this particular video. Leave this video a like if you had a good time. Subscribe to my channel because a lot of amazing things are coming up in 2021. And enjoy your holidays and may they be filled with joy and love. Goodbye!